This is going to be a bad episode, isn't it?
I think it'll be okay.
Ethan is the one who usually carries the show, so...
Yeah, what happened? The show used to be good, and Ethan was, just insane.
Now you're the insane one. Ethan is the one who's, like, bringing the, sanity and stability to the podcast.
And
Artur shows up whenever he wants to show up. What's this, Artur?
It sounds like the show started. What's up?
No, it's... I was just saying how this is going to be a bad episode.
This will be a throwback episode. Back to the good old days when Ethan was on too much medication and we would just carry the show. So it's good.
Okay.
Welcome to Talking Fail. This is episode 80-something.
81?
81. We're at 81 episodes. Ethan couldn't make it this week, but with me I have Tyler.
Hello? This is going to be a bad episode.
And Will.
Bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle, bicycle, bicycle.
Indeed. So, yeah, I mean, it's been a while. I'm wondering why Ethan's not here. Do we want to speculate around that, or we just assume that he has another show?
Well, he told me that he was in San Francisco for work, which he hasn't visited you, Artur.
He crashed this last weekend. Actually.
Oh, is he okay?
Not any more than usual.
No,
there was like an education conference, which
Yeah.
I don't know, he might want to get into.
He tagged me out for something on Facebook. That was some education thing. And I'm like, why?
Oh, yeah, he tagged me for that, too. I thought he was just, like, insulting me.
See, I thought it was like because I had kids. And it's like, education thing because he works with kids. But if he invited you, either...
How does he know that
he
I
knows
have
something
kids?
that I don't know. Or he's just inviting everybody.
I think he was inviting everyone, because I think Jody got an invite, too.
Still doesn't prove.
Yeah, no, he was involved in like the planning of the event and stuff like that, so I think he was probably trying to get more people to...
I think there was like the
he
word cult thrown around a little bit.
I was going to say he was trying to make it go viral. I know Will has a topic, but I've been wanting to try and start episodes with my game.
What's the game?
It's Tyler's Very Classy Culture Corner, Random Urban Dictionary.
All K's, right?
No.
Classy culture. Okay.
I would feel more comfortable if it was all K's.
You would.
After seeing the options on the latest ballot, I really feel like we're underrepresented,
Do we want to have like up to the minute election information because the election is happening to this evening, but the episode won't come out until Saturday?
Yeah, for sure. Donald Trump just got reelected as president.
I don't think that's how that works.
And he made Hillary his vice president just to make everyone more angry. You thought it couldn't get any worse. Now no one's happy.
All right. Well, how about if we jump in? Let's go to Tyler's Very Classy Culture Corner, Random Urban Dictionary. Do you guys remember the rules?
TKKRD.
So, if you don't remember or haven't heard before, in this game I will read a word from Urban Dictionary, and Will and Artur will try and guess the Urban Dictionary description of it. If they get the actual description, they get 2 points. And then I will also award one of the two guesses 1 point, pretty much just arbitrarily based on how I'm feeling at the time. Could be funniest answer, could be most well thought out answer. Could just be because I need to give out points because no one's going to get the actual answers right. So,
well, it would if you picked words that made sense, like you could correlate where they're coming from.
I did pick 3 random ones that I think there's much better potential for guessing than in the last 2 episodes.
Okay.
So, all right, here we go. First word is dox. DOX.
Well, ding, ding, ding. I'm buzzing
Yeah.
in.
Is there a button we can press to
I buzz
to
in.
answer? Damn it.
Isn't doxing when you release personal information on someone and, like, oh, I hate this person. Here's their phone number. Go call them.
Okay, Archer.
Yeah, I think Will is pretty spot on with that one, unless there's some nuance to this one. Maybe I can cover a different part of the surface area.
I will say, if you both have the same answer and it is correct, I will give... hypothetically, if Will's answer is correct and you give the same answer as Will in this situation, I will give both of you the 2 points.
Oh, yeah.
If you
release somebody's personal information that is like identifiable and people online can find them and stalk them and
Okay.
So you're saying
shenanigans can ensue.
Once you get 1 point ahead in this game, you can just copy the other person's answer and you'll win.
There is the arbitrary point. That's the whole point of this. It's a complex game because I will still give out an arbitrary point.
Okay, so there's two points at stake.
Well, if you get the correct answer, it's 2 points, and then I will assess all of the answers and give 1 point to one of them arbitrarily.
Okay. All right. The example of usage in a sentence. Hey man, my phone number got posted online. Oh man, that sucks. You were totally doxxed.
All right. So you guys both want to have that same answer. Nobody wants to change. Correct?
Yes.
That's correct.
Okay. That is the correct definition. And so you both get 2 points. Arthur will get the extra point for his sucking up and trying to put in as much effort as possible to gain the extra point. I saw it.
I was worried that would backfire. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
I was like, he totally sees this and he's gonna he's gonna push back with.
I also accept bribes. All right, next word is
Archer
gromp.
didn't know. He just copied me.
Uh-huh. All right. Then
It's a ballsy move, I will say. Like, I have no idea, so I'm just gonna play it off.
all right. So the next word is gronk. Gronk.
Gronk? Not grok.
Gronk. Gronk. Anybody want to go first?
I don't want to go first.
I mean, the one that I'm familiar with is grok, which is like to understand something, like to fully grok something. It was like
Isn't it
it was in a book
Gronk?
at some point. It is, but this is the closest to an answer that I'm going to come up with, other than like pronk, like a form of pronk, which is like to leap like a gazelle.
And
But
Kronk
again,
is in The Emperor's New Groove.
oh,
I don't know if that helps.
gronk, Gronk.
So it's almost like a gonk droid from Star Wars. Huh. Well, yeah, I want to hear Arthur's answer so I can copy that.
I think that is fair that Arthur goes first.
I mean, I already sort of gave like the shape of an answer, but the fact that you're telling me to give an answer means that nothing was even close to the mark.
I know
Give
things
the
were thrown
idea
out.
of
I
an
know things were
answer.
thrown out. I just want to get a definitive sentence or something
Gronk.
that says what you think it is.
Like strong, like a really strong drink, like grog, but yeah. I mean, look, if any of those answers are even close, then I'm happy with any one of those. But
All right, Will.
I'm going to say Gronk is the starting tight end for the NFL team, the New England Patriots.
Okay. So neither of those was the correct definition. The correct definition is it's Australian slang, a person who is totally lacking in fashion sense, motor skills, and or social skills.
I mean, you could kind of say that's Gronk from the Patriots.
All right.
He is a
In that
person.
they are both representing people. Maybe as a clue, we can hear it in a sentence, like if we're stuck. You know what I mean?
Okay, maybe this is something we work into a future game, but maybe we could have the ability to, if you have points, to spend 1 point to hear, and I guess we'd have to figure out a way to because do we have everybody hear that? If Archer spends one of his points, does Will and Ethan get to hear the definition, or do I send him a private message with a sentence?
Which then Will could just piggyback off of. Right? He knows I have new information. I've given a guess. He's like, oh yeah, it's totally that one.
I think it's something I can think about, and maybe
So what's the penalty if we're both wrong? Because that's how I would weaponize that.
Real quick, I will give the arbitrary point to Will for. It seems like he was more confident in his answer.
Yeah, he had one single answer.
What's the score?
So it is 3-3.
Oof. All comes up
It's a
to
close
this.
one.
Can
All
we
right.
just completely change the point totals all of a sudden because we're tied?
No, that's not. See, you keep trying to do this, and I've been trying to have
This
a clean
next
game.
one is for 4/5 of a point.
No. All right. The next word is crossed.
Crossed, CROSSED?
Correct.
Or, okay. I mean, there's there's the gut response, which is to cross someone, right? Like to be, to attack someone or assault them in a way or anger them in a way. I don't, oh man, I'm having a tough time just putting it into words. But that's too obvious. That's too basic for Urban Dictionary, it seems.
But he did say we had a chance at guessing these.
Crossed. Oh, so-and-so crossed him. That'll be the last time he sits on the Senate.
I'm gonna say
I will say that if you guys were cooler, you would know what this word is. The definition is.
Oh.
cooler.
Like David crossed.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that it's when a British person gets angry at someone. They get cross. Or cross.
Cross-eyed.
Archer, did you have an answer, or because I know there's some rambling.
I mean,
I just want to make sure
the one that comes to mind is like offending or crossing someone,
Okay.
negatively affecting someone.
Sorry, Will, what was yours again? It was your English.
A British or English person getting angry.
Okay. Neither of those is correct.
What? Oh my god!
We should have paid for the hint.
Is it too late to spend all my points and invest in Apple stock? I feel like that's the right move.
Yes, it is. Much too late. The correct definition is to be under the influence of alcohol and marijuana at the same time.
Oh, that's not cross. That's cross-faded. Come on.
Short. It does say short for cross-faded.
I
feel like I have to give the arbitrary point to Will because Archer knew cross-faded, and that means that he is a bad influence on the podcast.
All right. I'm going to take a break. That reminded me of something.
Where did Archer go? And why is there suddenly smoke?
All right, guys, I'm back.
All right,
Ooh,
so
that's a nice
congratulations,
break.
Will.
I think that's my first victory.
I think so too. Because Archer won last week, right?
Yeah, and I think...
Ethan won the first one?
Oh, yeah, everyone's had a turn now, except for Tyler.
Oh, always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
Okay, David Cross.
Stop being such a dramatic queen, Tyler. Speaking of queen, have you guys seen Bohemian Rhapsody?
I have not. I assume you have,
I
Will?
saw a clip.
Yes, I have seen it. Arthur, you haven't seen it?
I saw a clip with what's his name, the EMI executive.
Oh, Beck.
Yeah, I'm talking about the actor though. Anyways, I saw them like negotiating Bohemian Rhapsody. Oh, Lorne Michaels, the character that was like. I haven't seen it. In short.
Okay. So I know, Will, you're a pretty big Queen fan, as am I.
Yeah.
What did it stand up as a good movie?
There are, I think there's some highs and lows. The highs are when like the band is together, like doing music stuff.
Okay.
Like when they go kind of behind the scenes of like them making music, that's interesting stuff. And when they're showing like them performing music live, that's also pretty interesting. Even though they're just like, I got halfway through the movie and I'm like, I'm just watching people like pretend and like lip sync along to music I already know. And like, I could just go watch a concert of Queen actually performing, but it was still interesting.
Okay.
Did they cut any like footage from real concerts into the movie? I know sometimes biopics will like incorporate real stuff.
Just during the end credits. They didn't use anything during the actual movie.
I see. Well, and the character that I was trying to remember was Mike Myers' character.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was an EMI exec or combination of a bunch of executives. But I was watching an interview with Mike Myers, and that's what put Bohemian Rhapsody on my radar.
He was the guy playing the we need to supply some dramatic irony of like, you guys are never gonna make it. No one's ever gonna know the name Queen.
And then cut to the next scene in the trailer.
cut to the actual Queen with headphones on, with Bohemian Rhapsody coming through the headphones speakers, and she's like, this isn't bad at all.
The ending,
spoiler alert,
surprised me. It's definitely worth seeing for the end, especially if you can watch it quite loudly.
Okay.
I'll give a short summary of the beginning because I found some of it interesting. So the band used to be called like Smile, and they had a different singer, and the singer played the bass. So Freddie Mercury and John Deacon weren't in the band yet, and they're like just after a show, that singer and bass player was like, you know what, I'm fed up with this, I'm out. And then like 1 minute later, Freddie Mercury just shows up and he's like, hey, do you guys need a new singer? It's like, that was convenient.
I feel like the some of the complaints or criticism I've heard about the movie have been like, it does stuff like that where it condenses things, or I guess it even like rearranges some of the timeline. Like they did songs out of order into like, kind of a thing.
Yeah,
but
they do. I mean, it's not very like noticeable or important. The movie's already pretty long, so I think the condensing is kind of important.
Yeah.
And the biggest notice is like, it's all kind of building up to the Live Aid concert.
Right.
And then it's just like morning of the Live Aid concert. And then they do like 3 or 4 incredibly huge things just the morning of the concert. Like, oh shoot, we need to get all this stuff done because the movie's going to end.
I know that when the movie was being made, or they were talking about making the movie, and like Sacha Baron Cohen was going to be Freddie Mercury, that the band, like the rest of the members of Queen, were really into the idea of making this movie. But the way I heard it, like dramatized was, the writers went to the band and the rest of the band who's alive, and they're like telling the stories, like, yeah, and then this happens, and then this happens, and then Live Aid happens, and then Freddie dies, and the band was
Whoa, spoiler!
Yeah, spoiler alert. And then the band was like, oh, this sounds amazing, and they're like, what happens after that? And they're like, well, that's the end of the movie. And Queen was like, the other members of Queen are like, well, the story, like, Queen doesn't end right there. Like, there's more.
They're like, we also are part of
we're
the
also
band.
part of the band. I mean, I guess if you look at it as like a Queen documentary, it probably falls a little short. But if you're looking at it as just a Freddie Mercury story,
Yeah, I guess everyone else was kind of expecting it to be like a Queen thing, but I kind of was expecting it to be a Freddie Mercury thing. And
I mean,
it
if you
is
look at
very
the
much a Freddie Mercury
I
thing.
mean, the trailers are very Freddie Mercury focused. So
Yeah. Did you see the poster? It's just Freddie Mercury's face. Well, Rami Malek's face. And I will say he did a very good job, except for they had to do a lot of the movie as Freddie Mercury with his long hair, which isn't his like super recognizable look of the slick back hair with the mustache.
Right.
And Rami Malek looks a lot more like him during that than the long-haired era.
Okay.
So once they get to that era, like, there's a lot of times where, like, the profile shots and just, like, the way he looks is very close.
Okay. And I think he does, he does, like, all the singing, right?
Rami Malek?
I thought I read that.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I know a lot of is Freddie Mercury's actual vocals put into the movie.
Okay. Which
there were only a couple times that I think they used like another singer or something.
Okay. I mean it for Freddie Mercury is one of those singers. He's well known for his voice, and that not just anybody could take over as the new vocalist for Queen. So I mean, that makes, I don't fault them too much for that.
That was one of my favorite parts, was actually hearing Freddie Mercury's voice, and they used like the actual audio from like specific concerts too.
Okay.
Like the Live Aid one, I went and listened to, and either they did like an incredible job recreating it, or they just used the Live Aid audio because it sounds spot on. And there's portions where they're recording the what is it? A Night at the Opera?
Mm-hmm.
They're in the recording booth, and you can hear it is definitely Freddie Mercury's voice, but he's doing like Somebody to Love, and it's like there's little bits that are off. Like they must have used another take of the recording to make it be like, yeah,
it's not just the album version.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought that stuff was like fascinating. I really enjoy like hearing alternate takes of stuff that I'm really well known. I really know.
Yeah. All right. So would you, if you're a fan of Queen, would you recommend it to somebody to watch?
Yeah, definitely.
If someone is not a fan of Queen, do you think they would enjoy it?
Probably not. I think that's the reason, like, the stuff with the band is so impactful. And I think the middle kind of drags on. Like, they really just start diving into, like, Freddie Mercury and, like, going down a dark path with, like, drugs and stuff like that.
Do they have an underlying story arc that's like
is there like a message? Is that what you're asking about?
Yeah, like is there is there
Like-
some sort of romance going on, or is there some sort of like other kind of story arc? Like what I'm thinking of is like this movie mid-90s. It's about the 90s, but it has its own story arc that isn't just tied to a bunch of like nostalgia. So it's got like an actual like story that it's telling that stands on its own, even if you aren't attached to the 90s. So then like taking that and applying that to Bohemian Rhapsody, which is all about Queen and like Freddie Mercury, like, is there an underlying story that doesn't require you to be like super interested in the band and their music? Like, is there a narrative?
Don't get AIDS?
Well, it's like we follow Freddie Mercury like from his perspective the whole time. Is that
like there's giant AIDS needles jumping him constantly, and he's like, no,
you just
like
slap him out of the
kung
way?
fu and no. We probably
There's
shouldn't
not a-
joke.
There's nothing that really sounds like what you're describing.
It's. I mean, I think it's a biopic where it's kind of telling the story of a person.
I wish there was more of like they kind of dive into how they made A Night at the Opera. I kind of wish they did that with like more music.
Sure.
I wish there was more of it was just like them creating music, I guess. But yeah, if you like Queen, it's got good moments. There's the band Smile. They re-recorded one of the songs because they had like never actually recorded a song
Okay.
of Smile, the band, before Queen. So they got the actual singer.
To come back.
Yeah, they
That's
got
cool.
him back, and Brian May and Roger Taylor to record that for the movie. I thought that was an interesting
cool.
fact.
Yeah, because they're the only two that are still in the band. 'Cause,
Oh yeah, and the bass player. It's funny. The original singer played the bass, so he leaves, and
Yeah.
then they're like, "Man, how are we gonna get a singer?" And then they find a singer, and it's like, "Okay, time for a new show." And then they get up on stage, and they're like to the crowd, "This is our new singer, Freddie Mercury, which was introduced in the movie. And here's John, our new bass player. Just he's here." And that was it. That was his introduction.
They found him off screen and then negotiated
It's
him.
just,
into the band.
and John's here.
I know that in real life, John Deacon, like when he was not, like he wasn't really big into like being famous. So
Yeah.
like when Freddie Mercury died, he was like, all right, well, I'm gonna just retire, and I've got my millions, and I'm gonna be making tons of residual checks because I wrote several of the hits as well. So I'm good. Thanks, guys. And I don't
think
know.
he wrote Best Friend
Yeah, I think so.
and Under Pressure, I think.
I thought that
Was
was
his
I thought
also?
Under Pressure was just Mercury and Bowie.
Oh, not Under Pressure. Another One Bites the Dust, I mean.
Okay, maybe.
Because it's all around the bass line, man. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Every time they reference I'm in love with my car,
Yeah,
it's great.
that's they actually
it's
had that
like-
one in the movie.
They did not actually play it in the movie, which I was kind of disappointed about because
It's a great
it's,
song.
It's such a joke, and it's also kind of fun, I guess. But I'm glad they acknowledged it, and they even acknowledged like one of Brian May's songs that like the lyrics are kind of dumb.
What do you know which one it is?
Oh no, I don't remember off the
'Cause
top
there's-
of my head.
Because the one that I really like is that I know he wrote and sings on is 33, where it's like
I think it was 39.
or the 39. Oh, that might have been it. 39. I love that song, and I can totally remember what it's called. But it's like it's about like a ship sailing off into the blue, but it's like he's singing about like old sailing ships, but it's really about like spaceships, like colony ships leaving, and then the people coming back, and it's like it's got like relativity as part of it because it's like it's a kind of a cool space song.
You'd have to be some kind of astrophysicist to think of something like that.
You mean like Brian May, guitar player for Queen and also astrophysicist?
The guy that they got for Brian May looks more like Brian May than Rami Malek looks like Freddie Mercury.
Okay.
Like, I feel like, he's the centerpiece, so he has to be, like, perfect. But, like, Brian May was really good as Brian May.
That's good. All right. Well, Artur, do you have any...
Yes.
Do you do anything interesting? I don't know.
Yeah, I hear they're gonna reboot Shrek.
I saw that today. Or I saw the headline.
I thought it was the Puss in Boots thing was getting rebooted.
I thought it was.
They're
I
both
the
getting
headline,
rebooted.
Yeah, this
Both?
headline I saw was both.
Oh, what's next?
It's
A
like-
donkey movie?
Well, no.
I'd watch it if they got Eddie Murphy back. Man,
I don't know. I think I'm pretty sure I've seen 3 Shrek movies. I don't know how many they've made, but
I think I made 4.
No, I thought Shrek the Third was the last one because that had Justin Timberlake in it, and then I didn't hear
Yeah.
about another one.
that's the last one I saw. But then I know they did like the Puss in Boots and
There's
Yeah.
Shrek Forever After.
Oh, Forever After. That's good.
oh man, they're so funny, guys. Why did they ever stop?
Shrek. What's the next one going to be called? Shrek
Shrek.
5.
Shrek Legacy.
No, it has to be in the numerical order.
And it's a reboot.
Yeah, it's not 5. It's 1 again.
Shrek 7. Donkey, what's in the box? I'm sorry.
Was Arnold Schwarzenegger playing the role of Shrek?
I'd watch it.
I might watch that. Yeah.
I don't want them to reboot it with that, but I would watch like an April Fool's type episode of Shrek.
Get out of my swamp, man! Get out of my swamp!
What's in the swamp?
So yeah, I don't know. I recently rewatched Shrek. It was very nostalgic. I don't know if that's a nostalgia thing for you guys, but
I think, sadly, like, the second Shrek is more nostalgic.
whoa.
Oh,
What do they do in the second
Yeah, I was gonna
Shrek?
say what happened in the second Shrek?
I think that's the one where he turns human,
Oh yeah.
and there's, like, that random cops bit where, like, he's being chased, and then they grind up pepper into his eyes because they don't have pepper spray.
Huh.
I have only ever seen the first Shrek. I always assumed that, like, I don't know why. This isn't based on any fact, but, like, I always assumed that anything after the initial Shrek was, like, kind of like the second and the third Matrix movies. It's like,
Oh, I'm pretty sure it was.
all right. But you said that 2 was more
Like-
nostalgic.
I think I just saw it more times, and I was a kid, so I was stupid. So
Fair. Interesting use of the past tense.
oh, and there was that super cringy American Idol reference where Simon Cowell was like, "Oh yeah, well, I'm gonna sing now, and you can critique me."
I think I did everything I could to block that part out.
And the donkey had sex with the dragon and had
Good for him.
half
I
dragon,
mean,
half donkey babies.
Yeah.
I think the chemistry between them was pretty clear, like from the first movie.
So
That was the real story of Shrek.
So Shrek 1 came out in 2001. Shrek 2 came out in 2004, and Shrek the Third was 2007. Will, how old were you in 2004?
Let's see, 2004. I would have been 8.
Okay.
Yes, 8. Man, Would you be offended if like you had been married to someone for like however many years, and then she just thinks that you're this blonde guy all of a sudden, and like doesn't even question it? Like, yep, this is totally the same person.
I mean, she had a similar condition, right?
Yeah, because she also changed from...
So then I think from her perspective, it would make more sense to be okay with that. Because then it's like, oh yeah, this is something that, like, it happens.
But you don't notice, like, personality differences? You don't have, like, a secret code word made up in case, this ever happens? You know what? Real question.
If I were to reveal that, I feel like it would break the whole purpose of it.
The real questions here: can Princess Fiona get fat as her human self?
Well, it's a magical spell that dictates her visual.
Can she get on a treadmill, count her calories as an ogre, and become sexy? Chop off those things.
Did you miss the whole point of the first movie?
What is the point of the first movie? They spend the whole movie being like, it's okay to be however you are, it doesn't matter how you look. And then they constantly chastise Shrek for being ugly and different. Well,
yeah, but then he saves the day. They chastise him as a way of accentuating that, oh shit, that didn't matter.
And then Shrek, who's being discriminated against, spends the whole movie making fun of Farquaad for being short.
Yeah, that is kind of lacking empathy, isn't it? Dude. I guess when they go low, Shrek goes low.
It's okay because he's the bad guy.
I mean, he did target his swamp, and, it's like, being mean to Hitler or something.
He's just misunderstood.
Well, he's a human being.
A real human being.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like Shrek 2 was a somewhat of a parody film, targeting adapted children's fantasies, mainly those by Disney.
Isn't all of them that?
They do say it like its predecessor. So technically, I think we're just discussing a lot of parodies.
Oh, and there's that one scene in the second one where someone interrupts Shrek and Fiona when they're having an argument, and they're like, somebody better be sick or dying. And then her father was actually sick and dying. It was quite sad.
Rest in peace.
Oh, he didn't actually die. He just turned into a frog.
Yeah, but
I saw something about another Austin Powers.
Oh.
Man, Mike Myers must need some paychecks. He's been in all 3 movies we've discussed.
Oh, yeah, because he was in... This is the Mike Myers episode of Talking Fail.
So the new Halloween came out, and guess who was in it?
Mike Myers?
In a way. Is that happening? Is a new Austin Powers going to
Did you just slip into Austin Powers' voice on accident?
Is that happening?
No. Maybe.
Does that make you Randy?
So, hang on, I'm pulling up the article right now. But,
I would love to do a movie from Dr. Evil's perspective.
Half the movie has been... every Austin Powers movie is Dr. Evil.
I hope that they go back to that scene with the car explosion and add more into that scene. I don't think they've added enough retroactively.
I feel like Dr. Evil is one of the most I think Dr. Evil is more interesting than Austin Powers in those movies. So when he says, I want to do a movie from Dr. Evil's perspective, it's like, you've been doing that the last 3 movies.
Okay. Bold choice. A whole movie about Seth Green.
I think it'd be interesting if Seth Green had... Because he turned full evil in the last one. So he takes over, he pushes out his dad in the criminal empire. And and he's like way like Dr. Evil was like holding the world hostage, but he never actually like hurt anybody.
Mhm.
But like Seth Green is like legitimately like setting off nukes or something. And so like even Dr. Evil is like, whoa, this is like way too much even for me. And so Austin Powers and Dr. Evil like team up like a buddy cop movie.
I can picture it right now.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
See? That's Mike Myers, you can have my pitch. Like $200. I'm cheap.
Is number 2 still alive? He better be in this.
Is the actor still alive?
Yeah.
Which actor? Because I know
not Rob Lowe. No one cares about Rob Lowe.
As long as they bring back Will Ferrell and have him die again.
Cool. So I'm actually surprised how much mileage we got out of that Shrek reference. I had no idea we had so many thoughts on that.
So, totally.
Yes,
something that
Robert
popped up.
Wagner is still alive.
Okay, good. So just totally off topic to everything else we've talked about. Because today is election day in California in the United States. In the Slack chat that I have with the D&D podcast I play on with the Australian guy who's been on a couple times, Josh.
Oh yeah, what's that podcast called, Tyler?
Nerdy people play Dungeons and Dragons. There's a link in the description. But right now,
Cruising Craigslist.
The Josh and his brother are just they're the only ones in the chat room right now, but they're talking about American politics and like what's going on, and it's like they're having a much more in-depth conversation than I think I could have. Like they're just knowledgeable about all this stuff, and they're keeping up to date and like what's happening in Florida and all that. And I'm like,
but sadly, their opinions don't count because they're foreigners.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're more well informed than a lot of.
Doesn't matter how well informed you are, Tyler. Just matters if you're American.
Okay.
So what's something they're talking about that could be interesting? I mean,
well, okay. I don't know if that's cool because they're having a conversation in a private Slack channel.
Interesting applies, Arthur.
Okay. I mean, do we want to talk about the politics?
I just thought it was funny that the two Australian guys in the Slack channel that I'm a part of are talking about politics, and the three of us who are Americans are
two of us
are not you. It's not. I'm not talking about you two. I'm talking about the other people on Nerdy People Play Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, okay.
There's a link in the description, and just the three Americans are not present, and the two Australians are present, and they're talking about American politics, and they're very well informed. So it was just something I thought was funny. It doesn't have to be a whole episode.
No, it's okay, Tyler.
Okay, fine. All right.
We can talk about it. Well, Americans, we do our best voting when we just blindly vote, so they're too well informed.
Yeah, personally, I just flip a coin, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What happens if there's 3 people on the ballot?
Third is the first loser.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone knows you automatically get rid of the third person in that scenario. You should have been put further up on the ballot if you wanted to be president of the United States. That's why.
So, Tyler, I guess what we've got to do is become super knowledgeable in Australian politics.
All
so
right.
that we can counter.
So the giant spider problem has gotten way out of hand.
The giant spider party?
Man, that sounds kind of fun.
See,
I want to go to a giant spider party.
Arthur, are you down for a giant spider party?
Yeah, I thought you'd never ask.
I heard a kangaroo was going to come.
This is why I own weapons.
You know, Australia, they can't have guns or whatever. So We
I
stock
okay.
up on our American guns.
At the risk of going down this crazy rabbit hole of Australian politics, I do think it's interesting that you are required to vote in Australia.
I think that's interesting. I think that's leading with the stick, right? Like, which makes sense. What I think is an interesting way of approaching it, and I think American audiences would respond better to this. Don't read into it too much. Is if every vote or every voted sticker was also a lottery ticket.
Oh,
I think voter turnout would go sky high. America.
Ooh, wow, that's a good idea.
Also known as bribery.
Yeah, we should start paying people to vote for specific people as well.
Oh.
Like you get a bonus if you vote for the right person.
I'd vote for that person if they paid me.
Yeah,
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, look, they're already marketing for these impressions through like ads, right? Like this is just bringing the impression, like it's getting rid of the middleman.
Yeah, it's cutting out the middleman.
Exactly.
All right. Well, let's all move to Australia.
Done and done.
You guys first.
Where would you move before you would move to Australia? New segment.
North Korea.
Oof, good answer. That was my first pick too.
Because I was gonna say I'd get in a time machine, go back to the late '80s, and go to Soviet Russia.
I was gonna get in a time machine,
pull a reverse Archer
to Nazi Germany, and then I would find Hitler. I'd track him down, and then I would give him a firm handshake and say, "I want to be business partners."
All right. Well, I think that's all the time we have for this week.
I agree.
Kind of awkward that we have to end on that.
I think we've ended on more awkward, but definitely a low in the.
So I have this
past.
like big old hemorrhoid.
I told
boy.
you this could be a bad episode.
There we go.
Oh, sorry. I meant to bring up my hepatitis, not the hemorrhoid that I also have.
Archer, you want to wrap this up before it gets more awkward?
Thought you'd never ask. It's been another episode. This is the wrap up. What is it? We're on 81.
Yep.
See you at 82. Will, you wanna outro?
The new segment of I'm surprised it's not R.I.P. I'm gonna go ahead and go with George Bush Sr. Dude looks like he's 120, so he's doing well.
All right.
Surprised. Good job on not dying. We're proud of you, buddy.
All right.
I feel like this is more uplifting.
Is it?
It's a little on the cynical side. I'm not gonna lie, but it's also. Did you say George W. Bush or George H.W. Bush?
George Bush Sr. So
Senior.
H.W.
H.W. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree there.
Yeah, but Jimmy Carter, he's like older or something, right?
Is he still alive?
Yeah. He's like still building houses for poor people, like some sucker. You're the president. Just rest on your laurels.
Rest in peace, Jimmy Carter.
He is still alive.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's almost definitely going to outlive Bush Sr.
All right. Well, it's a race.
Might even beat Obama.
See you next week when for the next chapter in presidential races to the death.
And we can find out who's still alive next week.
I can't wait.
So wait, what is the with the turkey baster that's on your desk there, Will?
Oh, yeah, I forgot you could see that. Just some experiments, late night podcast research.
Okay.
Thanksgiving is coming up.